Hey guys, what's up? Pete Servold here, founder and owner of Pete's Paleo and author of Paleo Eats, Real Food, Real Simple, here with another awesome Facebook Live video with PaleoHacks. Today's going to be really cool. We're going to teach you how to eat liver and like it. I'm going to go ahead and just give everyone a couple seconds to get logged on. As always, let us know where you're from, where you're watching us from, and please feel free to ask some questions as we go along, and we'll do our best at the end of the video to answer any questions. The cookbook, the recipe that we're doing today is not in the cookbook. That is going to be like a special edition, but this recipe book has tons of awesome simple paleo recipes. You can get it right now for the cost of shipping alone, and you can find the link to that in the comments section below the video. But let's get started. So when you start learning about paleo and you start eating paleo, you hear about how important organ meat is. You hear how important it is to eat liver and different organs. And the reason why is there isn't a more nutrient-dense food in the world than organ meat, liver especially. Liver has iron, B12, B2, vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin K, calcium, vitamin D, and all of those things are actually in a form that your body likes to absorb it and allows it to absorb it really well. Now when you're looking for liver, you want to make sure, because of what the liver does in the body, source is never more important than when you're eating organ meat. So always make sure that you're getting pastured, organic chicken livers or beef liver when you're going to eat liver. That being said, a lot of people just can't wrap their heads around eating organ meat, and they don't really like the taste. And you know, the kind of the go-to recipe when you tell people to try to eat liver and other organ meat is bolognese. Bolognese is the classic Italian meat sauce where you basically just fold in the liver and you puree it and kind of pretend that it's not there. But even then, that kind of like throws people off. So today, I wanted to show you a really creative and kind of different way to eat chicken liver and not really even know that you're doing it, but still get the benefits. And we're gonna do that by putting it in a smoothie. So I'm gonna start off, I'm gonna warm up the pan here and just get the pan going. We're just gonna saute the chicken liver, and we're gonna add it into a strawberry, blueberry, kind of acai smoothie with some ginger, and all of those really, tasty fruits and all the vitamins and minerals that come along with the fruit. We're going to be adding some chicken liver to it, and I promise you won't even know that it's in there, but you'll get all the good benefits. I'm just sauteing the chicken livers real quick, in just a tiny bit of olive oil. If you've never cooked, and you can also, so I'm just sauteing it in olive oil, but you can also poach it in bone broth. Either method is fine. Bone broth, obviously, you're going to have some really good nutrition added there as well, so that's going to be double good for you. If you haven't cooked livers before, they tend to pop a little bit, so as always, don't cook naked, but especially when you're cooking with liver, just be prepared that it's going to splatter a little bit on you. Go ahead and toss the liver in there, just a touch of salt. Shed some light on the situation for you. So you can see that's starting to go. Now we're going to go ahead and put our smoothie together. So I'm going to do a little ginger today. I've shown this on the video before, but I always like to show this little trick. A lot of times with ginger, you end up just kind of like cutting the pieces away and cutting around the sides to get rid of the peel, and you end up losing a lot of the ginger. If you just take a spoon like that, perfectly peels it, and you don't waste any of the ginger. I learned that in my first week of culinary school, and it's probably still one of the most useful things I've ever learned. You can hear that liver popping away as promised. Ginger, cut that up in a second. I have a cup of frozen blueberries. I always like to use frozen fruit when I'm making the smoothies, especially too, it does a really good job of kind of trapping all the minerals and vitamins without it going bad. And a lot of times when you buy produce, it'll go bad before you get to use it. So don't be afraid to buy frozen vegetables and fruits as long as they're organic. Especially if you live out in the middle of nowhere, like food deserts, frozen vegetables and frozen fruits are a really good option. And a cup of strawberries. I've got a packet of the acai. I always get the unsweetened kinds. Go ahead and turn the livers off and let it continue to cook through on its own. I'm going to do half a banana as well. So obviously with smoothies, you can kind of mix it up and do what you really like, or what the grocery store has for frozen fruits and vegetables. You can add some kale to this, you can add spinach, you can add pineapple, mango, about a 1/4 cup of OJ. One tablespoon of ginger, just roughly chopped. The blender will do the work for you. You can see there's the liver right there. Cooked all the way through. Go ahead and toss it in with all your fruits and vegetables. Give it a whirl. So you can see you got a perfect smoothie, blueberry, strawberry, banana, ginger smoothie that happens to have your daily serving of organ meat in it. So if you're a little squeamish and you don't like to eat organ meat, this is the best way to do it. Also for your kids, a lot of times kids really don't want to eat liver, and that's really, really important for the young guys to be eating organ meat. So highly recommend this smoothie recipe to get them to try it as well. Again, my name is Pete. Thank you guys so much for checking us out. We'd love to answer any questions that folks have out there.
So if you don't mind just talking about the different types of livers again.
Sure.
And the quality as well.
So yeah, so predominantly you're going to either get a beef or a chicken liver. The beef liver is going to be, it's going to be big pieces. The chicken livers are going to be little guys. I think chicken liver, I think you'll find has a lot more palatable taste. Isn't nearly as strong, and is also much easier to find a good source of. And when I say good source, I mean pastured, organic chickens. Again, remember what the liver does in your body. It processes all of the toxins and all the chemicals. So if you're getting chicken livers from chickens that had a horrible diet and lived a horrible life, that's not really going to be good for you. So you want to make sure that you're eating pastured, organic chicken livers.
And what brand of olive oil do you suggest?
We use Kastandrinos olive oil. It's a single family Greek olive oil. You can get online, and highly, highly recommend it. We use it for all of our meals at Pete's Paleo. It's kind of the only olive oil that we cook with. But you're looking for any extra virgin olive oil from either Greece or Spain is typically my favorite.
Okay, so Fisher is asking, how does the liver smell when it is cooking? I'm afraid to cook liver because I remember a yucky smell from when I was a child.
So I had a lot of those bad food memories as well. It's going to smell, honestly, to me, it smells like roasted like onions and meat. I think it just smells good. It won't smell like what you smelled when you were a kid, because again, that is like when I remember my mom, the fish that she would cook, and I always just like hated the smell of the fish. Well, she was getting not very good fish from the grocery store that, probably wasn't, sourced from a good place. If you get your chickens from a good place, it's just going to smell like good roasted meat when you cook it.
Carrie wants to know what was in that packet. I think she's talking about the acai.
Oh, this was the unsweetened acai. It's upside down. Just pure acai berry, which is a Brazilian. That's like a Brazilian superfood.
Elaine wants to know how much chicken liver to use.
So I just used 1.5 ounces, 2 ounces of chicken liver for smoothies that'll make 2 portions. So you're going to get 1 whole ounce of chicken liver per portion.
Ooh, Christopher is getting 3 pounds of pastured organic beef liver tomorrow.
Awesome.
And they're going to make a huge batch of pate with apple and sage.
That's really good. If you actually like the flavor of liver, I think pate is hands down the best way to have it.
Okay, so Helen says, does the smoothie not have a liver taste?
No, it doesn't. The ginger and the orange juice and the fruit is all you're gonna barely taste it if you even do.
Yeah, Helen, Pete made it for me when I'm Sarah, his wife, and he made it for me when I was pregnant and trying to get more doses of liver in my body to avoid becoming anemic.
But
And
also had a weak stomach because she was making a baby.
yeah, and I can tell you, you do not taste it. Melinda says, should we really cook with olive oil?
Yes, as long as it's a good quality olive oil and you're not leaving the pan unattended for a long time and cooking it to a super high heat, you're not going to totally break it down and you'll still get the health benefits of it. I definitely understand people's perceptions that, and I've been guilty of it before, of thinking that you should never cook with olive oil. But if you're just doing a quick saute and you're not super overheating the pan and it's not cooking for a very long time, olive oil is really the way to go.
Fisher wants to know, do we have a recipe for haggis?
Haggis? No. I've never even gotten to have haggis, so I wouldn't even try to begin to guess that, you know, that's a local delicacy from a place I've never gotten to go. Again, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you give this a try. Please, you know, don't be afraid of liver. It's super good for you and super necessary for a paleo diet. Don't forget to check out Paleo Eats Real Food Real Simple, where you can get dozens of other really simple paleo recipes that are really delicious. You can get the book right now for the cost of shipping alone. Right in the comment section below, you'll find a link for it. Again, I'm Pete Servold, owner of Pete's Paleo, and this is another live Paleo Hacks video. Thanks so much.